Hello, everybody, and welcome to a tropical update here. The storm we see in the front of your screen there is Tropical Storm Gonzalo, which was recently named earlier today. 50-mile-an-hour winds, and I'll get into the latest on that a little bit here. Just a little interesting piece of information here is that this is the earliest forming G-named storm in the North Atlantic since they started naming storms in about, I think it was the mid-1950s, I believe. Um, this beat out the previous record held by Tropical Storm Gert in 2005 when that formed on the 24th of this month. Gonzalo formed on the 22nd today, so it beat out the previous record held by Gert when it formed on the 24th by 2 days here. So another record-breaking storm in its own right here as we continue on with the hurricane season. So that's Tropical Storm Gonzalo here. This is the latest forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center as of 5 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. Advisory number 5. Current location for this storm is at 9.9 degrees north, 45.0 degrees west. Maximum sustained 1-minute winds are at 50 miles per hour, and it's moving to the due west at 14 miles per hour. And this is the latest forecast cone. I have it peak as an 80-mile-an-hour Category 1 hurricane here with time in about the next 36 hours or so before it starts to gradually weaken from there on out, and eventually near the southern leewards or perhaps making a landfall on one of the islands there as a weakening, probably high-end tropical storm by that point at around 2 p.m. Saturday. This latest forecast cone says. And here's a discussion for Tropical Storm Gonzalo. I'm not going to read the entire thing, so you can stop the video right here if you want to read this entire thing. And you can see again they have a peak as an 80-mile-an-hour tropical storm before it starts to weaken. Pretty much from there on out, after the next 36 to 48 hours, gradually weaken as it heads into the Western Caribbean. And we'll see what happens after that point. It's really uncertain what will happen after it passes the Leeward Islands here. The general consensus is that the farther south it gets, generally the probably weaker it'll be. Farther north it gets, probably the stronger it'll be. Um, and in terms of a threat to the Western Caribbean and Gulf of Mexico, it's really too early to say at this point in time whether or not it'll be a threat to those parts of the world there. But of course, I'll keep you updated on that over the next coming days here as the situation progresses. So that's Tropical Storm Gonzalo here. We have this is now well, not tropical storm, but this is Hurricane Douglas here currently going on in the Eastern Pacific. Then we go ahead and look at the visible imagery of the storm. There's a Hurricane Douglas here. 80-mile-an-hour Category 1 hurricane here on a strengthening trend here. Forecast to peak as a Category 3 major hurricane here and pose a threat to the Hawaiian island chains later this week here. And here's the forecast discussion for Hurricane Douglas here. You could read them. I can stop the video here and read the discussion if you want to. I'm not going to do that. But you could see that would peak as a 115-mile-an-hour Category 3 major hurricane here within the next 24 to 36 hours here before eventually gradually weakening as it nears Hawaii. And you can see there on the bottom there, it's at 75-mile-an-hour Category 1 hurricane near Hawaii there. Let's go ahead and look at the forecast cone of uncertainty here. This is as of 11 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time Advisory number 10. Current location for Hurricane Douglas is at 12.1 degrees north, 130.9 degrees west, and maximum sustained 1-minute winds are at 80 miles per hour, and it's moving to the due west at 16 miles per hour. You can see on that cone there, you don't really see that too often here. They have it as a 75-mile-an-hour Category 1 hurricane near the Big Island of Hawaii there, perhaps making a landfall over Hawaii as a strong tropical storm, or maybe a low-end Category 1 hurricane. Again, we'll see over time here as the situation progresses. The models will get a better grip on whether or not maybe it makes a landfall, or maybe it stays away to the north or stays away to the south. We'll just see over time how the situation progresses. But of course, those of you in Hawaii need to be on your guard. Make sure you're prepared for this. Make sure you have plenty of water, plenty of food, all that stuff. All the necessities you need, just in case the storm does end up actually coming to fruition and actually making landfall as a strong tropical storm or a weak hurricane over there in Hawaii. And same for you guys in the Leeward Islands here for Tropical Storm Gonzalo. Please be preparing for this storm here. As it goes over to you guys. And we also have another area of interest here. This is Invest 91L. You can see here it has through the next 48 hours a 70% chance of formation, and to the next 5 days a high 80% chance of forming into something, into forming into a tropical depression strength storm or higher here. And there's a discussion there. You can read it if you want to. I'm not going to read the entire thing, but you can see there an Air Force Reserve Hurricane Hunter is currently inside the storm trying to get data of the storm. Let's see what else I have here. Um, Let's forecast. Oh, this is IR imagery of tropical storm, not tropical storm, Hurricane Gonzalo. I'm not Hurricane Douglas here. 80-mile-an-hour Category 1 hurricane. You can see it's tried to pop out its eye earlier, but it's still not quite there yet. I probably will be able to pop out its eye eventually over time. And like I said, it's forecast to become a Category 3, 150-mile-an-hour Category 3 major hurricane. And then here's Tropical Storm Gonzalo here. You can see earlier it tried to form looks like an eye-like feature there before it got covered over by the cloud tops again. And it's of course now that it's nighttime, it's believe it's nearing D max now. So it'll probably try to increase its convection now overnight with time here. And then here's the latest ensemble models for Tropical Storm Gonzalo. Like I said, it's really uncertain with the track after it gets past the Leeward Islands here. Some of them take it to the south, some of them take it to the north here. Again, we'll just see over time. The track can change. It could stay at the sea after the Leeward Islands. It could flat out just go out and weaken and die. Before reaching the Leeward Islands, like similar to what Hurricane Danny did in 2015. It could do that. Like I said, it's really uncertain at this point in time what it will do after it gets past the Leeward Islands, or maybe even now, since it's a small storm. Small storms are more susceptible to changes in intensity, so the storm could easily strengthen as fast as it weakens. We'll just see over time here. And this is the latest. On the National Hurricane Center page. This is just go for official information. Go to nhc.noaa.gov or just type NHC on whatever web browser you're on, and it'll probably be the first result, as well as when you type up the National Weather Service here for the latest information on the tropics, specifically if we're going to be affected by 91L here. I am probably going to get some of the rain impacts from this storm. Like I said, well, I don't think I said that earlier, but there's going to be that the main threat for this storm at this point in time is going to be the rain, and I'll probably be getting some of the rain from that later on this week into this weekend here. But this is the National Hurricane Center page. I believe that's all I have in order to talk. All I have in terms of tropics discussion here, really. Let me see here. I think there's one. Oh yeah, there's an area of interest in the Eastern Pacific here. Near 0% chance of formation throughout the next 48 hours and through the next 5 days. A low 20% chance of forming into something here. And I believe that's really it for me. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. And I believe that's about it for me. So again, hope everybody has a great day night. You guys are stay safe, of course. Follow your local officials and government agency for official information for those of you in the Leeward Islands, and of course of those of you in Hawaii that may be affected by potentially a hurricane later on down the line here. We'll see with time, of course, as the forecast and accuracy increases over time. But yep, that's about it for me. Hope everybody has a great day and night. You guys are stay safe, of course. And until then, see you guys in the next video. Peace.